Mexico. What the fuck?
Afternoon, and what the fuck, New Mexico. In the reproductive justice world, it recently has come to light that there have been external influences, specifically so-called activists from Texas, working towards abortion restrictions in New Mexico towns. We have already seen restrictions in places like Clovis and in Hobbs using the outdated Comstock Act. These attempts to restrict reproductive health care in New Mexico leave us with this question: should we be concerned about the integrity of local governance and autonomy? Yes. Mexicans value the freedom to make personal healthcare decisions for themselves and for their families. Also, in case you missed it, Senator Katie Britt of Alabama gave a disastrous and super weird speech as the GOP rebuttal to the State of the Union last night. The speech is full of fear-mongering, breathy whispers, and GOP talking points. Her terrible, over-the-top, and insincere delivery makes this one for the MAGA Republican Hall of Shame. Rehearse your fake crying a little bit harder, fundy baby voice Katie. Disinformation defense, AI is certainly making its way around the political landscape. Last year, Meta announced that the use of AI on its platforms for political ads must be disclosed. However, users are concerned with the lack of enforcement that seems to be taking place on these platforms. Just as recently as this week, 2 pages were found to be actively utilizing digitally manipulated content imitating former President Trump and President Biden's voice in some of their running ads without the proper disclosure. New Mexico is ahead of the curve on this, and a new state law to enforce deepfake disclosures in election ads. This year, the New Mexico legislature passed and the governor signed HB 185, election changes, requiring election ads using AI-generated deepfake content to use proper disclosures. This new law says as long as the ad publishing platforms notify political campaigns of this requirement, platforms aren't on the hook to enforce it. That's up to the state. Complaints to the New Mexico Secretary of State about missing AI disclosures on campaign ads could result in penalties for violators. And they should. As we approach the election this fall, let's stay vigilant in combating disinformation. Good news on the environment front, New Mexico is getting geothermal energy. HB 91 was signed into law by Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham, the Geothermal Resources Bill, which will provide funding to a geothermal center of excellence at New Mexico Tech for 3 years. Hell yes! If you're interested about what geothermal energy is, check out our multi-part series on YouTube all about it.